Hey guys, today I'm going to talk a little bit about the Rosewill cases. I'm sure you've heard it quite a bit on YouTube lately, some economy builds and stuff. TJ Harlow was using one in one of his builds. This is one that I've had for a while. For any of you guys that maybe have subscribed to me since I started doing the YouTube videos, this was one that we did the first quad core build with. This is the Rosewill RZS05. I'm just cleaning it up to do a different build with it, and I thought we'd take a little closer look. Rosewill is kind of well known for their economy cases, but I do think they have some high-end ones too. But they have some very innovative features for a case that's so cheap. This particular one has 3 optical bays in the front. Your front cover slides down, and here's a spot for your floppy drive. It's got front USBs and your front audio connectors. There's also a spot behind here on the benzel to mount an 80mm fan in there to cool your hard drives. This has got a spot for 2 120mm fans on the side. I actually added the second fan when actually both fans, because when these first come they just have an air horn up here with a filter that goes to the CPU, but I took the air horn off and put 220mm in here to blow some air onto the motherboard. One of the interesting features on this case, I thought, was the placement of the power supply. This is one of the only cases I've seen where the power supply mounts up in the front. The back of the power supply goes out the other side. It blows the air out that way. I don't know if you can make out where the fan mount is. That's where the 80mm goes there that I was telling you about, that cools your hard drives. But it's really a quite interesting design. They also have a spot in the rear here for another 120mm fan here for an exhaust. And not much for cable management, because the way the power supply is set up, all your cables on the back of the power supply are going to end up inside the case here instead of, towards the back where you could actually do something with them. I think that is one of the reasons why they chose to make the side cover solid like this. They do have an inlet here to allow cool air in for your power supply. But as far as cable management goes, they're not very pretty when you get them done, so it's something you probably don't want to see the inside of when you're done. You could cut a window into it if you wanted. I have yet to really look too much into the wire management for it to see if there would be a good way to do that. This is where your exhaust is for your power supply. This is vented here. Looks kind of nice if you get a power supply with a colored fan in it. This will glow at night. I've had this case, probably not quite a year yet, but getting close to it. And I think I paid a whopping $28.99 for this on Newegg sometime last summer. So not very expensive whatsoever. It's got all the essentials you need. They consider it a mid-tower, but you can put a full-size ATX motherboard in it, or a micro motherboard. Room for 2 hard drives and a floppy, or just 3 hard drives if you wish, and the 3 optical drives. So it's got plenty of space. Good enough for most gaming situations, or for desktop applications. Something where you're not looking for a real high-end Antec or Cooler Master. My only complaint with these cases is the material they use is actually rather thin. So it wouldn't be too hard to get them all bent up and dented up and stuff if you were a little rough with them. But I guess that's what you get what you pay for, and for that price they're probably not going to make them as rigid as an Antec or one of your top ends would be. But anyway, kind of making this into a long video, but just wanted to give you a heads up on it. Here's all your front bezel connectors, your motherboard connectors, front audio connector, USBs. Pretty standard stuff there. Nice little case. I've been pretty happy with it for the money. Something a person should look into if they have an older case and maybe looking to build another machine and want something that's got more features, or maybe room to mount more fans in it for cooling. I would definitely look at the Rosewill line. I've been pretty happy with it, and I think I would definitely buy another one from them. But anyway, thanks for watching. Talk to you later.